Good morning, and welcome back to the podcast, the Evil Dungeon Master Universe Podcast. I'm your host, DM Vince, the Evil Dungeon Master. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week. And today I was going to talk a little bit about something that I was reading on Reddit and on Facebook groups about people arguing about a certain topic. Before that, head over to my website, theevildm.com, and you can catch up on all the things I'm doing as far as all the co-op plays for my channel and all the videos. You can also support this podcast by clicking on support this podcast here on Spotify for 99 cents a month, or you could support me on YouTube by clicking join, and it's 99 cents a month as well. Don't forget there is a humble bundle out there right now for RuneQuest. You can click on the link here as well. And if you do buy the Humble Bundle with all the PDFs for RuneQuest, which is actually a pretty cool game, you do help support me here at theevildm.com. So with that said, we're going to head right into the topic. The topic today is talking about drinking potions during your turn in combat. Now, I'm going to approach this from a couple different vantage points of additions, so I'll cover it all. When it originally started, when we played the original BX D&D or AD&D, drinking a potion was considered a full, was your action. You only get to do one thing during your turn. It has been house ruled a bunch of times for various people in basic games that, you can attack and move. So if you wanted to take a potion, you were allowed to use it as your move. So instead of moving around, you drink the potion. So you get to still attack. Technically, by the rules, you can't do that, but house ruling, I've seen a lot of people do that over the years. I've done it myself. It's just fine. Whatever you want to do for your game is good, as long as you and your group are having fun. Now, moving forward, and also I want to note back in original D&D and AD&D, it was assumed that potions were these large bottles that were probably about a liter big of liquid for potions. Now, when we move forward to 3rd edition, going up that way, drinking potions were considered a move action or a standard action, depending. If it was, they actually had some ways to put potions on your belt or an easy area to grab. And also, going forward with 3rd edition, potions were a lot smaller. They were considered like a double shot size. So they changed it so it could be used as either a move action or a standard action, and sometimes people used it as like a bonus action, depending on your DM at the time. 5th edition uses it as a move action, can be considered a bonus action, or it could be considered a standard action, whatever. There's tons of people here, as I'm looking online on Reddit, talking about what type of action a potion is in 5th edition, and most people are arguing it should be a free action or maybe even a bonus action, because the swirl method of drinking a potion down, and some guy actually did a video of swirling the liquid down his throat in a potion bottle in under like a couple seconds to try to prove it. D&D combat is not really realistic. It's an abstract look at what a combat could be. So when you start bean counting everything that you do, you're going to run into things like this. I think whatever logically makes sense for your game is what you should do, to be honest. And there's just way too many arguments going on about how people should drink potions, how it should be a free action, bonus action, shouldn't take up your entire turn. Turns are this long, turns are that long. It's just absurd, some of the things you could see about this. And some of it I understand, because a lot of it's coming from new players who are jumping into 5th edition because it's a new, hot, cool thing to do, because all the people out there are doing it. And they have no reference for it, and the only reference they have are, video games where you could basically run around, kill things, drink a potion in a matter of a second, and still do whatever you want to do, because it's an MMO or it's a video game, and you could do that in those things. D&D, on the other hand, is not really a realistic look at combat. It's just an abstract look at combat. And that's the way Gary had planned it. Now, with AD&D and BX and 2E, you were able to change things up for combat length and rounds so that you can justify how you want to do it. And it really didn't matter. You were still only able to do one thing. Again, people house ruled into various things like movements and attacks and drinking potions and giving potions to other player characters so that they can survive. It's just a topic that made me laugh this morning when I was looking at it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me talk about it on the podcast and see what other people think here on the channel or on the feed. Maybe somebody can give me an email or they can write comments below on youtube.com/theevildm when they're liking the video as well as subscribing after the first time there. So tell me what you think about this. I will say that D&D 2024, 5.5, 65, Eternal 5, whatever the hell they want to call it, D&D the next generation, I have no idea. They are talking about potions being just a bonus action. Oh, in One D&D is what they're calling it, which will be in the player's handbook, which arrives around September 2024. And then you'll get the Dungeon Master Guide in November 2024 and February or around February. It's a big span of waiting for the book, so I don't know. I think 1D&D is going to be the same thing as 3.5 that was the 3E, as they're quoting. So I don't think there's going to be much of a difference. We'll see, but the major difference I've seen so far is they're just changing a lot of little nitpicky things that were legacy from D&D's past that they're trying to get away from, or they feel is shameful because it's, the history of D&D. Looking at it from, because it's racist or it's bigoted or misogynistic in some way, they're trying to erase all that and change it around to fit the narrative right now. Hey, you know what? Wizard of the Coast owns D&D. They can do whatever the heck they want to do. And you know what? I don't care, to be honest. I play the editions I want to play. And again, if I want my edition to be orcs are evil or goblins are evil, they will be evil regardless of what edition I'm playing. That's the breaks. That's the good thing about owning a book. Books are guidelines, so I could do whatever the hell I want. And if I don't like something, and you do, hey, great, you play your game and I'll play my game. That's just how adults work and how gamers work. We respect whatever game we ever want to play. We shouldn't argue and we shouldn't bash. I'll play AD&D, I'll play 3E, I'll play 4E. Not that I really like 4E that much. I'll even play 5E as long as it's played fairly. And if I don't like it, I'll just leave. I remember those days when we used to go to games and we'd be like, yeah, we don't like this dude. We'd leave. Not force our ways onto the group and make sure that shame them. That just doesn't work. So, yeah, drinking a potion will be a bonus action going forward in 5e. 1D&D, excuse me. I keep calling it the wrong thing. I don't know what to say about it. It's probably something I won't play, but I'll probably stick to maybe just Pathfinder as my highest addition to newer modern edition. I'm talking Pathfinder 1. I don't like Pathfinder 2 the way they changed a bunch of things and made it screwy, but who knows. All right, with that said, I'm going to head out. Hopefully you have some answers for me in the comments and you can give me some thoughts on what you think about drinking potions in any edition, honestly. What you do in your group, at your home, at your table, at your Discord game, on game nights. I just want to hear what people do because it gives ideas, and also other people that read comments, they get ideas to use for their game. So this is basically sparking a community conversation that helps other people. So with that said, I'm going to head out. Keep it original. Keep it old school. Good night. God bless. And don't forget, there is no drama, no clickbait, all gaming here on this channel. Good night, everybody.